Hey everybody, happy Saturday. Guess what I did today? I went to a market. I've been to a couple markets in town before, but I hadn't been to this one yet. I didn't actually buy anything at the market, I just more checked it out. My family wanted to go, they wanted to buy some things. I wasn't in a spending mood, and I hadn't made my meal plan for this coming week. I usually do that on Sundays. So I thought I'd check it out to see, because maybe next week that's where I'll get more of my vegetables and things that I need. Because locally grown is better, and you can find that it's more organic, no preservatives. And speaking of organic, before I used to think that organic was just a bunch of hype. I'd just be like, you know, they're making up things just so that we can spend more money for the same piece of fruit. I really didn't get it. I was ignorant and I didn't want to further inform myself. But now that I'm starting to get onto this new life track, this new health track, I'm realizing more and more that organic is much better for you. And if you don't feel that way, that's fine. It's much better for me, I think, because it's not preservatives or pesticides. It's much more cleaner and healthier for your body. Just thought I'd share that. And also, one of Dan the Man's sayings is, if it's organic, no need to panic. And I often find myself telling myself, if it's organic, no need to panic, when I'm eating my fruit lunch or I'm having my breakfast. I don't know, it just makes me feel extra better. After the market today, we went to Chapters. It's a bookstore, if you don't know what it is. And they had major, massive deals on. And this is when the spending bug hit me. I got this DVD. Out of the frame. Here I am. Hello again. I got this DVD, Living Luminaries on the Serious Business of Happiness. I thought, okay, that looks kind of interesting. But what really sold me on this was this guy right here. This guy right here, his name is Eckhart Tolle. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. And he is the author of The Power of Now, which is a book that I bought recently as well and have started reading. If you don't know what The Power of Now is, or you're curious, I'll leave a link below to Mike Thomas's channel, youarethepath.com. He talks about it, he explains it, and yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I picked this up, because of him. And I believe that you have to work on your insides to get your outsides to follow. It's a lot of internal work to get the external results. Another thing that I picked up, oh, and the other cool thing about that DVD was, check this out. Check this out. Original price $35.96. I got it for $5. So this DVD is already making me happy, and I haven't even opened the package. Then I got these two things. Can you see that? There we go. Let's Talk is the brand, and it's learn how to speak French and learn how to speak Italian. And it was really funny that I found these. These were also $5. It's funny that I found those because just a few days ago I was thinking about starting to get back into French. I've never spoke fluent French, but in Canada, when you start school, French is part of the curriculum, and you can take it up to grade 9, and then it's your choice whether you want to continue your French education or not. And after I was done grade 9, I decided not to go any further. And now that I look back on it, it turns out I knew a lot more French than I thought. And one of the things that sticks out to me is, years ago when I was throwing out homework, high school homework, I came across a lot of French notes, and I came across a specific paper I did. It was a 2-paragraph essay on a family vacation. I had to write it out, and then we had to speak it in front of the class, like talk about it. I remember having absolutely no problem writing the essay. It took maybe 10 minutes. I knew how to word it to make it grammatically correct, and I had absolutely no problem speaking the words, and I knew exactly what I was talking about. And that was awesome. But when I came back to look at this homework 5-6 years later, I was impressed with myself and shocked because after the 5 years or whatever it was, I absolutely had no clue what I had written, didn't understand it at all. And it's just surprising how sorry, I'm fumbling over my words here. It's just surprising how quickly knowledge can leave you, especially when you don't use it. And I thought it would be really cool to get back into French and at least have a bit of conversational French. It's good for the mind as well. And I got the Italian because my dad is Italian, and unfortunately, as a child, my sister and I, we were not taught the Italian language. And I say it's unfortunate because I think it's good to have a second language. It helps you to even learn other languages, and I think it's a plus to be bilingual. So it was cool that I found that, and it was only $5, so I'm excited to test that out. Other things I wanted to go over with you. Couple videos back, I said, I'm going 100% raw. Whoa. I didn't quite say it like that. And then I had the falafels, which weren't raw. And then I took that a step further and ended up having fast food 2 times in a row, 2 nights in a row. And that wasn't good. Even though I made a meal plan and everything, I went off it, and these are excuses, yes. I think it had a lot to do with my surroundings, the fact that I was house sitting, I was out of my own life routine. McDonald's was practically in my backyard. Those were some factors. And, I told myself afterwards, after eating these junky things, I said, why do you do that? You know that that's not real food. You know that everything else good that you ate today has been canceled out by that meal. You know that this is what messes up your system. So why are you doing it? I'm having this internal dialogue with myself, still not having the answers, but realizing, holy crap, I have a food addiction. And you're probably thinking, duh. Or whoever's watching this is like, duh. But you know what? Sometimes the simplest things need to be spelt out for you. And it was just like a moment of the blindfold coming off. So food, it really is an addiction, and yes, it's something I'm working on. And despite the fact that I did eat fast food, I still got up the next morning, and I still continue to get up the next morning and have my melon breakfast, have my fruit lunch. And now that I'm back home, I will be sticking to my meal plans. These are my confessions, I write them on the wall. Obsessed with my obsessions, I'm not surprised at all. In need of some religion, some expensive therapy. I empty out my pockets, but the best things in life are free. That's a Rain Maida song. I just found it really suiting to this particular moment. Now I wrote some notes here because I keep screwing up the video. So let me see what I said here. Had my watermelon. Yeah. So after having that conversation with myself, the next morning I decided to step on the scale. And surprisingly, I am out of the 260 range, because I have been stuck in 260 land for, I don't know, maybe even 2 months now. And so it was really a shock to see that, especially with the bad food choices I had made. And I just checked the scale again yesterday, and I'm still in the 250s, and I'm at an even lower number than what I was last week. So I'm doing something right. The fruit eating, the salad eating, it's working for me. So that's a plus. And I'm starting to get extra jiggly, which is a good thing. It means I'm losing more, but my skin is kind of getting a little more flabby. But that can all get fixed. That will all get fixed. We're not going to concentrate on that so much now. I've always been scared of having flabby skin, but there is surgery for that, and again, I believe that I can turn it around as much as possible with the fruits and the vegetables, and then whatever gets left over, can deal with it when the time comes. It's still kind of a concern, but I always say to myself, Jolene, what's worse? Being, almost 300 pounds or having some flabby skin? You decide. There's another lady on YouTube who lost a considerable amount of weight, and she was contemplating whether to get the skin removal surgery, and I find it fascinating, and now I'm just thinking to myself that I should check up and see if she has done it or not. I'll find her video and I'll include it down below. I think that's all I want to say for now. July 31st, it will be my weigh-in video where you'll get to see me. I will be posting a picture. I know I've said that in previous weigh-ins or up to the weigh-in portion here, and I haven't done it because I've been stuck in the 260s. But now that I'm in the 250s, and I'm probably going to be staying in the 250s, that I will post my pictures. And if I somehow end up back in 260ville, I'll still post the pictures. Okay? Oh my gosh, 13 minutes. Okay, sorry. Just peace and love. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.